to cooking on yet another restart. A little more butter. Actually, no, that's plenty. Oh my gosh. A little bit of this. 6/29/24, so it would expire, quote unquote, weird intros, next week. Oh my goodness, still nobody. What does this mean? Oh, look at that, water's ready. Once again, still nobody. Gosh darn it. You know, the whole goal for any of the YouTube stuff, you know, just enough followers, something simple and clean, despite the age audience. I mean, I'm not going to go to, like, we'll say Texas Chainsaw Massacre about a video. I'm not going to do like that. And goals and dreams are being crushed. And, I mean, is anybody going to join? I am cooking, which I'm probably going to be done before I even get one person on here. This recipe doesn't even take that long. Can somebody please join? Goodness gracious. Got dogs to look at, you know, music, cooking, chat. I mean, the whole shaboodle for any of this. And another video wasted, and another time and effort wasted. I guess. I am cooking pasta. This is because of the brown. I need that a little bit wider. And besides, this one goes bad by Monday next week. Not even barely a week away. It's a few days actually. You know, I'd actually, you know, if anybody can join, I'm still waiting. After all this time, several restarts, several refreshes, sharing the video, it was really nice. Because I can actually give a lot of care to a lot of people. Not very many like it. Because nobody know, there's not very many people are nice. I'm cooking, I'm listening to music, it's Katy Perry. Like, is there anybody who wants to listen? I mean, I started YouTube and I just recently started. There's a lot more people who are starting out that get more notice and get more, like, views than I do. And within a short amount of time, because I was creating YouTube shorts just to do this, let's just say it became all for naught. Six minutes into the video, and it's complete silence. Because for some reason, I'm not getting very much notice. And the songs I pick, I know they're not that bad, so. And in most parts of the US, it's going to end up storming, so there's bound to be a lot of people on the phones. And by the time I'm done cooking, I'm probably going to be done cooking by the time somebody even gets on. And mind you, I had just started. So by the time anybody even gets on, I'm going to be done cooking. Y'all, please. You know, there's more people in the US that are on their phones than there are anything else. Like, one person and then that person becomes two people, and please. I've been waiting so long. I've had YouTube channel after YouTube channel planned out, and I finally came to a name that I can actually agree to. Oh dear Lord, I haven't heard this song in a while. more to thicken up the sauce. Gradually added. Hopefully with my official live that I'm going to explain everything I'm going to wind up doing on my channel. Hopefully that one gets my subscribers to start watching. Now, not start watching, but like the live, because, you know, nobody whatsoever on this live. Not the people I invited, not even the people I shared it with. I actually need a little bit of milk in this. So I've got penne noodles, and those are going now with butter in the water as well as the water being salted. I've also got ground beef, ground up beef that is browned with a tablespoon of granulated garlic, a tablespoon of table ground black pepper, half a teaspoon of cumin, ground cumin, and then a teaspoon, a tablespoon of granulated onion with about, I eyeballed it, you could always look up a recipe if you don't trust me, but then I used a quarter cup of heavy cream, a quarter cup of half and half, and then add 1/3 a cup, so essentially like 3/4 a cup each of half and half and heavy cream. Gradually added, no more than a 1/4 teaspoon, gradually added, so 3/4 teaspoons of flour, gradually added to thicken this sauce, which is going to go on the noodles. So what we're going to do next, I'm going to do a little bit of cleanup control. And this is sweet tea, by the way, nothing sus. Any of y'all still believe in using that phrase? I'm not too certain of it, but I know what it means. I'm old, but I'm not that old. I'm only like, about 19? I was born before a time that Among Us was a rather popular game. I was born in 2005, so that makes me a millennial. And how it makes me a millennial, for those of you who are actually curious, a millennial is a person who grew up during the 2000s, from 2000 all the way to 2011. You're going to do about an 1/8 cup, 1/8 cup or half of a 1/4 cup of Parmesan. Preferably fresh, but we don't have fresh Parmesan. You know, it adds a nice flavor. So I'm going to add a little more milk just to loosen this just a touch more. And then the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add in some fresh parsley. Well, not fresh, like farm raised, but fresh, like not the dried herb that goes in a bottle. And with a deal like that, there's going to be some sensitivity. And I gotta wash it now. You don't ever, when you're washing knives, and I learned the hard way a long time ago before my training, you don't ever want to wash it with the blade first. You wash it with the blade facing away from you, not towards you. Now, me and my dumb self, I don't always do it like that, but I haven't cut myself just yet, so I guess I'm lucky. This is my dad's professional knife. If I am not careful with that thing, he is going to tear me a new one. And yes, I still live with my parents. Okay? Well, parent. My mom's on like a business thing somewhere away. I live with my pops, my dad. Ooh, those noodles are good. Noodle check. Oh yeah, that's done. Ha ha! Ah! Do not try that at home, because that hurts. And just like gotta know how to cook just to handle that stuff. Or at least you know how to cook, you gotta know what to expect when you're cooking. Sometimes when the handles can be all hot. No, not really. Okay, kind of. Now, if you're touching anything that is hot, that is aside from food, like pots and pans, like the ones that are on the stove, the other ones that go in the oven, that's kind of obvious. But if you have hot handles that are hot, gloves or a towel. Towel for people who are a little more experienced. Or gloves if you're a little more comfortable with using it. And I use silicone handle gloves, like the silicone palm. You're going to want to keep the pot that you make the noodles in. And it's a pasta pot. You always want to keep that. But keep it off the burner so the noodles don't stick or burn on the bottom. At least until the sauce is ready. Drain it, toss it, just don't drop any. Because it would at least help. Alright, not off of the stove. I actually used the double burner. Hot plate. If you have a double burner that goes like larger and smaller, and you've had your larger burner on for a pot that cannot be completely stowed away from and off of it, like this one, even the slightest burn to your food, a little singe, can affect the taste. And it's like the American person, and they really, really like a little bit of char on the hot dog, right? The char, as a matter of fact, as it just adds a flavor that would be considered a classic. A little bit of milk. about half a cup. Now, I've been cooking just about my whole life, since I was about 11 anyways. So, 11 and 19, that's about 8 years that I've been cooking. And I'm gradually advancing every day. I'm not putting myself like head first into a recipe. I'm just like putting it where I can learn. And this is actually a recipe that I'm throwing together and that I'm teaching myself. Actually, I've already reached the point where I can make my own recipe. Fresh parsley. I'm not really feeling this song. Alexa, next. It's about to storm here. So it's like thundering a lot. You always want to make sure that your fingers, they're not where the knife cuts. I know that's especially this knife. It is professional chef brand, not the kind that you get off of the store out of Walmart. Alright, where's my head? It's on my shoulders, right? Stop acting like a headless chicken! I'll get some more half and half, because turn out the stove a little. A little more gradually because I did loosen it a lot. It's a little quiet, but it's not bad. This is actually almost done. So, you got penne noodles, P-N-N-E. Those are boiled in water that is lightly salted and had 2 tablespoons of butter put in the water, brought to a boil until they were soft. The sauce is ground beef, a tablespoon of granulated garlic and granulated onion, half a teaspoon of cumin, ground cumin, a teaspoon of black pepper, and 3 pinches of salt. Some sour cream, about half the container. Mine, I just used the last of it. Then 3/4 cup of each heavy cream and half and half, with about 1/4 to 1/2 cup of white milk, whole milk. And then gradually added 3 1/4 cups, or a teaspoons, 3 1/4 teaspoons, separated and gradually added, of flour to thicken the sauce. $30, holy cow. Not thick enough. Then when that's done, to your preference and your liking, add the parsley. Don't add all of it, just add some of it, so that way you have some, that you can mix more in if you don't like how it looks, and that you have some that you could just add as a garnish. Separate a pinch, and then just use all of the parsley because it just needs more. And there you have it. Just cut it off, keep it on the burner. And there's something I like using sometimes. It's the Great Value version, but it's what it is. And a little bit of this goes a definite long way. Used about a tablespoon. About to do a taste test. That is missing a whole bunch. I think I got the wrong measurements for the whole overall sauce for the seasonings, but everything else, oh my goodness. Perfect. I'm not going to list the measurements because I was intentionally going to make a larger batch. The original recipe, to disclaim it, is for me for to taste. For y'all, if y'all really want a little more closure on what's all put in it, go ahead and look up a recipe. But to me, how I cook, it's to taste. Because if you can't taste it, there's not enough. If you can taste too much of it, then, well, there's too much. So to me, tasting is like eating it. Like, you know when it's, right. You know when it's the just right of the whole Goldilocks and the Three Bears story. It's too hot. It's too cold. It's just right. Man, I love that story because it was cute. Crap, where'd the salt go? Oh, it's empty. Okay. This is the brand of salt that I get, that my pops gets. But I'm going to stick with 3 pinches. Not change up that, because the ranch stuff is pretty salty on its own. Did you know that salt brings out the flavor in foods? And because it brings out the flavor in foods, it's actually a pretty good idea to have a little more, but still controlled so it's not too much, of salt than any other ingredient. I don't know if that's a real fact, but the ending part, that's my opinion. The fact about how how salt impacts the flavor of foods, that part is a culinary fun fact about salt. And it is 100% true and can be proven. Let's try it one more time, see if I did any better. That is much better. It's a little too thick though. Oh my goodness. I could never get the consistency right. going to leave it out just in case. Besides, it goes bad so-called Monday. Oh, delicious. My goodness. Alright. Dang, this song is really good. I think it's Unconditional by Katy Perry. Now, I'm going to add the sauce on top of the noodles. Almost done for the big reveal. Alright. Just as I guessed. No people until the end of the thing, and there's nobody here anyways. That's a bummer anyways. But either way, I'm not mad. Everybody's got their own thing they gotta do, but look at that. That is tasty. Well, I'm going to end the live right here, so y'all be sure to follow me and show some love and support on this channel, and know with all your heart that I am just starting out. Love you guys. Bye!